Hi everyone, Christina here. This is my very first capsule paper crafting card video. It also happens to be a video for simonsystamp.com. So thank you to Simon for allowing me to share this video with you today. Today I'm going to be using a stamp set and stencil to create a card for you. Starting out with some Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. This is the 110-pound version. I'm cutting it down to just slightly smaller than an A2 card. I've also prepped my card base here by scoring some cardstock at 4 1/4 and then folding it in half. I've got some just scratch computer paper here. I'm going to put that down on my work surface to protect it while I do my ink blending. I'm picking out 5 different colors of Gina K Designs premium dye ink, and here are the colors: Passionate Pink, Tangerine Twist, Wild Dandelion, Key Lime, and Turquoise Sea. Starting out with the pink shade. And I'm using some blender brushes. These blender brushes are from Honeybee. And I'm starting out with this pink and kind of bringing it in from that top left corner on the finished card anyway. And I want to make sure I have quite a bit of color down, but not too much, because I will be doing a second layer of blending once I have the stencil on here. I'm now using the orange shade and I'm going to overlap it with that pink so I get a seamless blend. Onto the yellow shade, I'm switching to a new blender brush just because yellow can get really taken over by any other color that's on the brush. So I want to give yellow its own brush. I'm now using the Key Lime color, or this nice bright green. I've switched to a new brush as well, and I'm sharing that green brush with the Turquoise Sea color. So after I have this initial blending, I'm going to take my Reversed Hearts stencil from Simon, and I'm going to place it right over the top of my ink blended piece, and then flip both of them over together and tape the paper to the stencil. This is so that I can have the stencil design all the way from edge to edge on this cardstock. I'm then going to repeat the same exact steps with those colors in the same order, but I want to make sure that I really intensify this color because I want this heart pattern to stand out. So you'll notice that those hearts are getting much more saturated in color than the initial blending. And I'm kind of making sure I have a really good blend, and some of these colors kind of go into different sections, like the orange comes down into the yellow and the green is a little bit in the yellow, things like that. So after I have all of the blending done over top of these hearts, I then peeled up the stencil. And you can see it leaves behind this awesome pattern, and you get a tone-on-tone double blended look. When it comes to removing this tape, make sure you bend it back completely on itself and then roll it away. Sometimes that tape can tear regular cardstock. I find that it works great with watercolor paper, but sometimes on cardstock it does tear, so just be careful. I'm now using the stamp set from Simon, and I'm going to be putting this large greeting in the center of my card design. I'm using some black ink today. I'm going to be using VersaFine Onyx Black ink. It's a nice stark black ink, and it's going to give me a great impression with this stamp. So after I had that completely pressed down onto my ink blended background, I have my greeting right in the center of my card design. I'm then taking a T-square ruler and a black pen. You can use a marker as well. And I'm doing a very simple pinstripe border around the greeting area. After I had the initial square drawn, I then went back over it and added a double line. This is going to give me the opportunity to add some stripes on the inside of this border and just really accentuate the border itself. So I started to put on some sort of diagonal stripes going all the way around. And I just took my time, filled in all those little gaps until the entire area was filled in. The last thing to do is to assemble my card. So I put some foam adhesive on the back of my blended piece. I was not shy with the foam tape. And then press that down to the front of my card. And that finishes the card for today. I really love how this turned out. The ink blending is beautiful. I love that rainbow kind of pattern it created, especially with the heart stencil. And I really enjoyed having a limited amount of supplies to create this card. What I had hoped would happen while using my capsule paper crafting collection really did come to fruition. I think it turned out so well, and it was a joy to put my supplies back into that box and keep it organized. Thanks so much for watching today. I will see you guys in another video very, very soon.